Morning, y'all. Sorry for the mess of a hair, but we just got done doing our morning routine. It's like 10 after 7, so, and I'm really tapered back at this point from my typical running that I do in the morning, because we got our half marathon in 2 days and I want fresh legs. Let's talk about that a little bit for a minute. We'll try not to rant too much and go off in a complete different direction. But one of the things that I've definitely learned during my whole running experience is this is, I don't want to say is required, but if you're trying to like excel at it, you definitely want to have weeks where you taper back, let your body adjust to all the training. I didn't start running until my 40s. Anyone that's been like following the Instagram or just knows me or follows the videos knows that, 3 years ago I was really overweight. I didn't start running until February of last year, so I'm still in my, I don't know what you would want to call it, newbie. I don't want to say newbie because we're going on 2 years now, but definitely not a even intermediate runner by any means at this point. I mean, I'm running against people that have been doing it for 20 plus years, so at least in my age group. I mean, you figure if someone's been running since high school, they've got a long track record, literally, compared to me. But one of the things that I've noticed is if I just keep running all the way up until the day I have the race, I don't run as well. And part of it is because my legs aren't as fresh. I'm in my 40s, and my knees, as well as just the muscles in my legs, but mainly my knees from pounding the concrete every morning, can start to get a little stiff, you know what I mean? And when I give myself a chance to recover before a race, it just lets me push way harder than what I normally would be able to do. Like, all week we didn't use the I should just say I didn't use the weighted vest at all, because I didn't want to put that extra stress on my knees or my hips. It's 35 pounds of additional weight that I don't need to use during a taper week. Now, next week, when I pick up training again and I go back to my normal running volume, I'm actually going to start each week trying to up it, get my volume up, because in January I have a 50-mile race planned. The sign-ups didn't come out yet, so I can't guarantee that I have a spot, but it's something I'd really like to do. Next year, I'm completely changing my running schedule, and I'm going to be doing higher distance, less races. I mentioned that in a different video, but higher distance, less races. In total, it's going to be, for the entire year, it'll definitely be way higher volume overall, because you think, if I do a marathon, it's 26 miles. If I do multiple 5Ks, it's not even close to comparison. I could do 5Ks, and that would be, one race a month for 5 months, and we're only at 15 miles, maybe 16 because of the additional like 0.12 or whatever it is. But my volume is going to go up exponentially, and my training has changed somewhat. When I say that, we're tapering more. We're going to also be hitting the legs in the gym because, honestly, I've neglected doing leg work. I've been so focused on my vanity muscles, and I want to get more functionally strong. What does that mean? It means that I want to be able to do push-ups better, pull-ups better. I went wall climbing like on my birthday or the day after. I can't remember exactly the day, but it was right around my birthday. I went wall climbing for the first time in my entire life. Absolutely loved it. And I don't try and compare myself to people, but the guy I climbed with just made it look easy. Shout out to my buddy Josiah. If you watch my videos, anyone watches my videos and they know anyone that's into the beauty community, because he does, I don't know what you would call it, but he does like makeup for professional photo shoots and video and stuff, and he's a hairstylist. Him and one of his friends started a company where they are selling style products. It's called Jola, Jola. I highly suggest going and checking him out. That's just a quick shout out to him because he's one of my close friends. And we went climbing. He took me climbing for my birthday, which was pretty awesome. Got me dinner and everything. It was a really fun time. But, he completely just smoked me. Made it look easy. I injured myself because it was my first time doing it, and rather than because I've been afraid of heights my whole life, rather than just letting go of the I don't know what you call them, but the hand and foot placements that are on the wall, the pegs, I held on and swung into the wall, and one of the pegs got me on the side right below my rib, and kind of I don't know, I've had an injury like it before, and it almost feels like it pushes the muscle up under your rib. It hurts like hell, but we did that, and I just powered through it because it was so much fun. It was one of the things I did to really combat my fear of heights. It's kind of weird the way my height fear worked. I don't know why, but I was deathly afraid of heights, and it was almost like when I lost the weight, that fear kind of faded away. It was really weird. The fear just disappeared almost. Not completely, but it was so bad to the point where I was walking across a very stable land bridge almost, and freaked out and had to run completely across it, because it was just, I don't know, I got that uneasy feeling of looking over which was stupid, looking over the side and seeing the cars and stuff and how high I was just freaked me out. But after doing the climbing thing, that really, I don't want to say completely conquered the fear, but it made it a lot more bearable. I'm going to pause this for a second. When you see me come back, I'm going to have gloves and a hat on, because it is cold. The past 2 days, it's been in the low 30s, and I'm still out here doing it, but God, it's bitter cold right now, and it's October in South Carolina. It ain't even like December yet. See you in a minute. All right, there we go. Much better. My hands are still like icicles, but they're warming up now, thankfully. What was I talking? Oh yeah, but so basically, what I was getting at is I'd like to, work on more functional training. I'm still going to be, hitting the weights, because the one thing I really want is to have like big biceps and, just a full looking arm, kind of help with the loose skin that I have on my arms. I still have the bingo wing, they call it. It's basically, it's just a lot of loose skin that I have under my triceps, like between my triceps and my armpit. When I lift my arm and I'm not flexing, you can see it badly. When I got a pump on though, nowhere near as bad. So pretty much I'm just trying to fill my arms out, put that extra skin to some use, have something to have it go around and not just sag. But that's what I'm going to be working on, as well as trying to work on my tempo runs. That's another thing that I really neglected. The combination of the leg work as well as tempo runs are definitely things you don't want to neglect. The leg strength stuff, I should have just, I'll call it like this, like my entire weight loss, I should have been hitting weights the entire time. If I would have been hitting weights while I was losing weight, I would be an entire year further into my weightlifting. And I never really hit legs. Now, thankfully, the one thing I can say is my legs are not going to take long to get back. The good thing is once you've built muscle, it's 1,000 times easier to get that muscle back than it is to build it from scratch. Our bodies are very unique in that way. Your muscle memory is a good thing. It helps with not just that, but it's part of like recovery. So say you break a leg, right? And you can't walk on your leg for 6 to 8 weeks. No, like, it just part of the process is your muscles kind of start to, I want to say the word atrophy. I may be wrong, but basically what happens is your muscles kind of shrink because you're not using them. And the good thing is it doesn't take long for you to get some of that stuff back. It's part of the recovery process. And the good thing is, because I was so overweight, I had a lot of muscle in my legs underneath all the fat. And I know some people may be like, well, if you never lifted weights, how's that true? Think about it this way. If you see somebody that's morbidly obese, they may not have a ton of muscle in their chest, shoulders, and arms, but if they're walking, you better believe that their muscles in their legs are giant, because they need to move that weight somehow every day. So when I was 426, I wasn't a couch potato the entire, to a point I was, but I still got up and was walking around and stuff, which means I was technically working them out. And I had to support a guy who was 426 pounds. So I had the muscle at one point, but again, when I lost the weight, I didn't just lose fat, I lost muscle mass too. And the legs are, your legs are some of the biggest muscles in your body. Most of your muscle, like most of your compacted muscle is in your thighs. It's cold, so just give me a second. Most of your compacted muscle is like in your thighs, around your femur, because it has to support your upper body and support your femur. It encapsulates it, helps it with structural integrity so that you don't snap a femur, just out of nowhere because you don't use it much, or you don't use the muscles. But because you're supporting, think about it this way, you're supporting your entire upper body weight on your legs, they're going to naturally be, your legs and your ass are going to just naturally be where most of your muscle is. Now, of course, you're going to have bodybuilders in the gym that look gigantic up top and have little tiny legs, but they're doing exactly what I just said. They neglected their legs for a really long time. May have never even hit them to begin with, and it looks awkward, and I don't want to be that guy. But it'll also help me with recovery, going back to recovery and tapering. It'll help me with recovery because leg strength, just physical working out in general, gets your blood pumping, and it's bringing like the ability to repair your muscles. The cells that repair your muscles, it's bringing them in and out of your muscles faster. Think of it that way. That's why it's good to have good cardiovascular health, because it's easier, it's less work on your heart and easier for your cells to get around your body to do what they need to do. Like, it's going to help your lactic threshold, it's going to help with overall muscle repair. You are going to get less injuries because your legs are stronger, so you're able to output more. Now, I don't want to get like huge muscly legs, but I definitely need to hit them a little more, especially like my glutes and my hips and stuff. But the good thing is, since I've been running, naturally they've been getting trained anyway. Yeah, we're gonna wrap this up now though, because I gotta get in, unfortunately. I like doing these videos, and I appreciate everyone, all the support on Instagram, Facebook, here. I'm gonna do something soon. I'm gonna work on doing like a giveaway. Nothing major, it's just gonna be like a $10 Amazon gift card or something like that, but it'll be a sub goal kind of thing where, once I hit so many subs, I'll do a giveaway. After that, I'll do another one once I hit a different goal. And as I gain more and more traction on here, they'll get higher and higher. But until the next one, I'm out. Like it if you like the video. Subscribe if you want to see more. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram at 1man1year150. And until the next one, I'm out.